What's going on YouTube? EarthP0w3R here, bringing you another Duel Masters Blast from the Past. Today we have for you Red-Green Rush versus Red-Yellow Rush. I'm piloting the Red-Green, one of my favorite decks in DM, to be honest. Rush, for what it is in Kaijudo, really wasn't what it was in DM. We had, I don't know, the game, the deck type was just much better. It felt like it just had a decent matchup versus control and aggro and all that fun stuff. And it felt like everything was on like an even playing field. And whereas now Rush is just, it still is what it is, but it's a different monster entirely. You run like evolutions and stuff like that, which you'll see featured in Spencer's deck. He's running the Red-Yellow Rush. He runs a card called Larbergear, which is a 3 mana, and there it goes into mana right there. It's a level 3 evolution on Storm Patrols, as they are in Kaijudo. They're called Guardians in DM. But it's an evolution on a Guardian, level 3, 5,000 power. When you summon it, your opponent taps all of his blockers, his or her blockers. So, really cool evolution there. Can set game up for you later in the game once you sort of run through your options a little bit. Get off to a pretty good start on my end. I dropped the Sniper Mosquito, which is a 1-drop 2,000 power nature card that lets me, whenever it attacks, I can return a card from my mana zone to my hand, which is really useful right after turn 3, because I can start getting my fast attackers back to my hand, like the Rickaboo the Dismantler, which is my level 3 1,000 power fast attack, and Pyrofighter, which is a level 3 3,000 that comes back to my hand at the end of the turns. Much like Heal Flame, but a turn earlier and 2,000 less power. And so I'll do that here. I'll use a Sniper Mosquito to get back the Heal Flame after summoning a Rickaboo Screwdriver, which allows me, that creature is 2 mana, 1,000 power. It lets me tap it to, I can tap it instead of attacking to destroy one of my opponent's blockers. And there goes the, I guess, what was it called in DM? God, I can't even think of these names anymore. It's crazy. But the level 1 2,000 power blocker evolves it into the Larbergear and gets to swing it over my creatures. So I have the 1-drop and the 2-drop there, and Sniper Mosquito again to return my fast attacker, keeping the Pyro on standby for game-winning pushes. I don't think he has any mass removal in this deck. I think he might be running Storm Spark. Either that or he took it out for Sunshock. Or Solar Ray, as it was called in DM. And then goes in and finally destroys the Sniper Mosquito. And that's ideally what I want to have him doing in the Rush Mirror here. I want to have him attacking my creatures to where I can continue to barrage his shields as long as I'm in a shield advantage. Like, as long as I'm in a shield advantage and I'm not worried about him gaming me the next turn, I'm doing good. I do get kind of screwed though. The Deadly Fighter Breaklaw has to attack each turn if able, and he's got the La Giga. That's what it's called, La Giga. He has a La Giga to block with, so Deadly Fighter loses that battle. And that's one of the advantages Red-Yellow has to Red-Green in the mirror, is that it has those early turn blockers to stop my turn 1 and turn 2 plays. So if I do have the Deadly Fighter and he has the La Giga, I just kind of lose a lot of advantage there. And then he gets to run. He runs pretty much the same red section that I'm running. So now my only option here is to hope he doesn't have the fast attack. And what I should be doing is dropping the fast attacker here to force the blockers to die, which I don't do. I guess I just decide to go in for a shield and take a blocker with me. So I mean, not the worst situation. Regardless, if he has the fast attacker, he wins this turn, because I have no destructive blasts. And I believe that's the Pyrofighter there, which swings, takes my last, and Larbergear takes the game. So pretty impressive comeback from Spencer there. I've got the constant shield barrage in the beginning, just picking away at his shields, but he comes back with a couple of key blockers, and the Larbergear allows him to swing over pretty much all of my fatties, Ganta and Quixotic Aeroswine Snout, and the such. I love in all these old DM matches, like there's always just like piles of cards in the background. when you like pan up just from constant testing and just trying to put lists together. We were very much into this a year and a half ago now, and it's good to see. Makes me happy to do this stuff. So, gearing up for game 2. Shoutouts to that mat. The Kingdom Hearts mat and the Tyranitar Scissor mat. I like that mat. I should break that out more for more video duels. Let me know if you guys would like to see that some more. Maybe take it to a KMC. Could be cool. KFC start in a week and a half. So starting September 28th, myself and CVH are driving up to Ohio. We're picking up Spencer on the way. So the three of us will be throwing down in Ohio. Trying to get our invites. Yeah, I take the risk there. Summon the Deadly Fighter Brave Claw first turn, hoping he just doesn't have the Giga. I mean, I could have the Comet Missile, and Comet Missile in this game it costs 1 less. It didn't cost 2 mana, it cost 1, but it had a power cap of 6,000. So, and it looks like I do have it in my hand there. I have the Hardy Captain, which is the Prickleback of DM, and a Comet Missile. So, if he does summon the blocker, which he does right there, I can just not even have to play mana and drop the Hardy Captain in the Comet Missile. But I probably got a better 2-drop, so I think Hardy Captain will probably go down, and then I'll summon some other stuff. Unless I got another 1-drop, in which case I could drop 3 1-drops this turn. I'll opt to put the fast attack down, summon the Ganta, and Comet Missile away. God, these names escape me when I want to remember them. But yeah, the Soul Gala, there it is. Yeah, I just gotta think about it for a second. Yeah, Comet Missile away, and that's useful because it allows me to play, I guess, a defensive and offensive blast. I'm getting rid of an attacker and a blocker at the same time, so kind of a double whammy, something that I have against his deck. His Comet Missiles are completely dead against my deck, whereas mine can actually hinder a lot of what he's doing, including getting rid of Key Guardians so that he can't evolve into Larbagear. Should things go south for him and he need to have the power boost. But he summons the blocker there, another Soul Gala and a Deadly Fighter, decides not to attack with Tulk, which is probably a bad decision in the end, but at this point I have just all the answers. A fast attack or the Comet Missile there would have done it for me. So now, barring a Solar Ray, I should have the game. And no blast on Spencer's side allows me to go in with the Deadly Fighter, which got summoned on turn 1. It's very rare that they stick around the whole time. And yeah, that Tolk actually could have ruined him, because Spencer's like me, just kind of goes down the line of shields. He would have hit the Comet Missile there. So, things you don't really know about until the end. So, a quick game 2. Game 1 took almost 5 minutes, and game 2 there was only like 2.5. So gearing up for the final game. Yeah, we got I think this might be the only Rush Mirror that we had on the channel. I don't think we did any other ones. I don't think there really weren't any other Rush combinations in DM that we featured or at least found competitive. I think Fire Nature and Firelight were the only 2 real big competitors. And just featuring them here. I don't know when this was or when we decided to do this, but I don't think we had any other Rush features on the channel at this time. Got the 1-drop, so if his Deadly swings in, I can just revenge it with the Sniper Mosquito, which may or may not happen here depending on what he has turn 2, which looks like a Larbagear, so it doesn't look like I'll be swinging at it. Unless I have the 1-drop and the Comet Missile as well. So we'll see what happens here. Yeah, Sniper Mosquito is a great turn 1 play, but it means that I don't necessarily get to attack on turn 2. Because it sets me back like that, I don't get to go to my turn 3. Ideally, I want to be at turn 3 when I start swinging with Sniper Mosquito to start cycling back the fast attackers. But it doesn't quite happen there. I have to get rid of the Deadly Fighter to pretty much like keep myself in a shield a good shield position. So he only has the Rickaboo screwdriver there. He opts not to play mana and go to 3 because he figures I'm behind, so he can sacrifice that turn and stay behind as well. And his hand's not looking too great from what I can see. A Sunshock, a Larbagear, and a Soul Gala. He opts not to play the Soul Gala there. Very interesting decision on Spencer's part. I could have the fast attacker here, and I can destroy his Rickaboo screwdriver and break 2 shields and even it up with a huge field advantage on top of that. So probably a misplay there by Spencer. Playing the Soul Gala would have been right. Having that extra creature on board is too crucial, even if you're trying to hold on to it for the Larbagear. But we still got some minutes left in this match, so I'm sure some cool stuff happens. I cannot remember this match to save my life. I don't watch these back before I start narrating them, so it's just as exciting for me as it is for you guys. But I do have the fast attacker, like I was saying, and there's the advantage. I even up the shield count, and I've got a huge field on top of it. So he could have the evolution here, the Giga into the Larbagear, which I think he does have in hand. Or he could just summon the blocker and summon a fast attacker, which I believe he also has in his hand. So, see which one he opts to go for. Summoning the Larbagear outright. I guess just trying to have the biggest body on board. Losing the fast attacker, or bumping heads with the fast attacker at least, might not be a great decision. However, he could have the blocker, but knowing me, I have comet missiles and stuff like that. So. Spencer is not in a good position right now, needless to say. I've got a very big advantage on board right now, as he decides what he wants to swing at. And getting rid of the screwdriver, probably the right decision. The Sniper Mosquitoes, not really doing too much for me right now. I've already got a huge hand, everything that I pretty much need. I'm running 4 of every copy of the cards that I'm running in that deck. I think it's only like 8 different cards, 8 or 9 different cards, whatever makes 40. 8 times 4, yeah, something like that. I don't know, 9 times 4. 10 times 4, there you go, because that's 40. God, I'm a math major. It's terrible sometimes, guys, my brain. Oof. But yeah, 10 different cards in the deck total, 4 of each copy. So, with a hand that big, I pretty much have what I want. So getting rid of the screwdriver there to just kind of keep me from destroying his potential blockers is probably the right decision. I follow up the swing of the Larbagear with 2 more creatures, getting my fast attacker back as well, breaking 2 shields, and yeah, with 4 creatures on board to his Larbagear, he's got to have a shield blast here, and even then he's got to have 2 fast attackers the next turn to potentially game me. He's got to kill 2 creatures here, and then set up another creature on board, which he does. Okay, so not the worst, but that other card in his hand has to be a fast attacker, and the shield has to be a Sunshock, or not a Sunshock, but a Solar Ray. So even then he can't go to 6 mana next turn with the card he draws to have 2 fast attackers. So I think I pretty much got game in the bag at this point. The blocker could hold me off for a turn, but I'm pretty sure I have the fast attacker here, and just going for it outright seems like the right play. So I think this match is all but over. Looks like I'm going to set up. Nope, I'm just going to Comet Missile and summon a Torcon, because that's how I do. Torcon the Great, guys. Love it. No blast, and the Deadly Fighter takes it. So, that's the Rush Meter, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Social links down below as always. A quick shout out to the Hassan TV. He's putting up Duel Masters content and some pretty good content of that. I don't think anybody else on YouTube other than these blasts from the past is putting up actual Duel Masters content, like English Duel Masters content. So definitely go check his channel out. The links are down below. And leave him a like, let him know what you think, leave him a comment, and cool stuff going on there. So check that out, and the social links as always, the Facebook, the Twitter. Follow us, keep updates. Christian will be in Dallas, Fort Worth this weekend doing the ARG Circuit Series. So some cool stuff going on there. They'll be doing live updates on Twitter, and Reddish will be there getting YouTube coverage as well, and that'll be going up over the course of the weekend and I'm sure the early parts of next week. So stay tuned to all of that. Those channel links are down below, the Twitters and all that. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So leave a comment, let us know what you think. Definitely go check out the Hassan TV for some more DM content if you're itching for it. And hopefully, guys, we'll see you next time. Peace.